Hello, good morning. Welcome to Lines of Light Tarot. I am Sean. I'm going to be reading this quick pick 3-card reading today for Wednesday, June 29th. Is it 29th? I think it is. Could be the 28th. But don't worry, the video will be titled the right date. I'll just check it. So finish shuffling these. Hope you're all having fantastic morning. Let's see what we have. Okay, 9 of Wands. We're getting a lot of repeat cards. 5 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. In the World. Okay. Well, 9 of Wands has been around a little bit in the past couple of readings. It shows a person that looks a little beaten up that is holding on to one wand and is kind of looking suspiciously to the side, and then there are 9 other wands in the background. The sky is blue, so it tells me that's peaceful, and there are no other people around, other bodies around, so it's a solitary card. 9 is the penultimate. It's the one before the last, and so it's this feeling of, if you were to think of a story and like the peak in the middle and the end, this is kind of towards that interstice in between those two, where it's kind of ramping back up to the completion. Wands is fire, and passion. Fire is passion, libido, things that motivate you, things that get the body moving, things that inspire, that real kind of fuel to burn, to make your manifestations happen in the world. And then the 5 is conflict. I know other people read 5 as freedom, and I think that we could, look at it kind of as 2 sides of a coin, or one side of a dodecahedron. I mean, however many sides there are to reality or to a situation. Pentacles is like earthbound things, currency, value, mundane, objectivity, etc. And these 2 people are outside of this, let's say, it looks like a church, right? So that there's warmth inside and like kind of the lessons of humanity. And yet outside there are still people that are being shut out, being kind of neglected in the cold. They are suffering ailments. And so, conflict within objectivity, conflict within value systems. And then the Knight of Cups, the Knight is a person that carries out objectives, carries out orders. They are the kind of swiftness and the action behind things. And the Knight of Cups leads with sensitivity, emotion, intuition. He is the river that cuts through the dry, desolate land. He is bringing the gifts and the awareness of cups, which is intuition, feeling, sensation, the sensing of energies. He is here to bring those, to get the object, get the cups into our hands. So really kind of varying things happening here. So with the 9 of Wands, it is a moment of rest. It's a moment of protection and reflection. It is that moment when you know that it's not over. There's still some hard work to be done, and you know that hard work, but you're being pushed so much to the limit that you get a little wary about it, that that you're feeling the effects of kind of working so hard, striving for this goal, this manifestation through the wands. The fire is hot and there's an acceptance there of that, but there's also this feeling of like being pushed to your limits and knowing that there is more to come. And so kind of holding on to kind of smaller pieces of information, or holding on to something that is a little closer to you or a little more personal. It's almost like a comfort before you have to. The 10 of Wands is this person has gathered all of these wands together, and we see his back on the card as he's walking towards like a village of houses, and he has gathered these wands together. So yeah, there's a little bit of rest, there's a little bit of wariness, there's a little bit of like, the volume's all the way up to 10, and we know that it's going to go to 11, and there's just a moment of gathering oneself there. And then the 5 of Pentacles is this feeling of being shut out, of being not included in the wealth of things, not included in the abundance that can happen with these valuable objects. This person has a bell around their neck, and I've heard people say that that bell is to like not draw attention to your weaknesses, and so I'm wondering here about this feeling of being kind of, they both have head bandages here, this feeling of being kind of in that lull moment, or that moment where you're having to kind of protect yourself and hold on to a smaller piece of thing. Perhaps the overall thing feels too big to carry, it feels too big to shoulder, even though we know we're gonna have to. And so in this moment, it is kind of retreating. However, I think this card is saying like, don't retreat too far. Don't shut yourself out of this value. That even though you're feeling this pause and this kind of moment of protection, don't live there. Don't draw too much attention to this sense of being kind of pausing or resting, even though you may feel like that. Because the 9 of Cups is coming. This feeling, this intuition, this emotional connection that you have is coming forward from this respite. So from taking the time to kind of step away from the flame, even though it's burning very hot, you can sort of start to feel like you are being shut out of something, or that it's too challenging. And then, but from that moment, the 9 of Cups is going to come out, so there's going to be some impetus in you to move forward, and the thing that's moving you forward is this cup, the remembrance, or maybe it's the initiation, maybe it's coming out for the first time, but some sort of feeling or intuition is coming forward and saying, okay, I can do this, I can move, this is going to bring me forward, this is going to help me fly. We can see the wings on the helmet and on his boots as well, which makes me think of Hermes, which is the messenger, ruled by Mercury, which is an air sign, but I'm curious here about the connection between air and water, and the sense of flow, the sense of movement can happen and move forward. And then the World, which has been showing up again. I promise I shuffle these all the time, not only for the morning readings, but I do readings throughout the day, and the cards are constantly being shuffled. So the World, yeah, that will set you free. A lot of that is coming forward, like new portals are open. It's a new moon right now, and so it feels like, yeah, in this new moon moment, you can feel kind of all of these intense things. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it force a narrative into your head about like the mundane world and how you're moving through the world on a daily basis. And that this impetus and this message, this action of your intuition and emotions will come forward and guide you into this new world, this portal. The world is the last card of the tarot, the last card of the major arcana. It is, it's very vaginal, it's very birth oriented. It is moving through, these are the fixed signs here, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio and Aquarius. Scorpio is sometimes notified by an eagle, which I think is interesting. And yeah, those fixed signs are kind of fixed and able to hold this portal open for you to walk through it into a new phase, into a new thing, into the completion of this cycle or the fruition of this work. Really beautiful today. Again, it's a new moon today and tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. So I hope this new moon energy works with you and you are able to move forward as you need to. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm trying to grow this channel and work towards personal readings. If you do want a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.